Today's video is all about a bathroom restoration on a budget, so let's get started. This one, just like last week, all started when I got a free mirror. Hi, I'm Kristen and I am the Broken Masterpiece. I started out doing furniture flips about 7 years ago, and then I moved more into home DIYs, and you guys started loving those. And now I'm still maintaining the rest, but I started moving into Amazon reviews, and that is so much fun for my family and I. Today's video is all about our kids' bathroom makeover. So let's get started. I'm in the Amazon Influencer program, and from time to time I get free products from companies, and this was one of the best received products that I got. It was a $500 LED light up mirror. So it came a little bit suddenly, and I had to get rid of my builder grade mirror very quickly. But guess what? Facebook Marketplace for the win. I posted it for free and it was gone by the afternoon. The new one was pretty straightforward to hang, but we knew that we needed to find the studs in the wall because they sent drywall screws with it, but the weight of this mirror was pretty hefty, so we wanted to make sure that at least 2 went into studs. We had never taken the mirror off the wall, and we didn't know that it wasn't painted behind the mirror, so we had to prep the wall for paint. Around the mirror, it just needed to be sanded a little bit where the paint had stopped. We needed to get this light fixture off the wall, so the lighting's not super great in this video. I apologize. I'm working with just a bathroom window. And this is my husband Thaddeus. You can see him throughout this video. He is my electrician and plumber. I already turned off the breaker at this point to make sure that we were taking this off properly.
So the challenge is that...
Oh my gosh, that's you! Alright, so I got Repose Gray to match the rest of the bathroom. I know this is so 2022, but I like this color gray, and it goes with everything. It's gonna be a good tone for the color blue that I want to paint this cabinet. I know you can use tape, but I really like these as long as you keep them clean, and the silicone is very easy to clean. They're good to go. Alright, mixed it up. Now I know that I'm painting this spot before the rest of the bathroom, and typically you'd want to prep every space, get everything off the wall, and prep the walls before you paint, but I needed to get this review video in for the company, and so I needed to get the mirror on the wall in this area. I ended up taking down the chrome bar because I decided I think shelves would look so good here, and we never hang anything on that bar because the kids won't keep this stuff nice. And so I filled it up with some dry decks. I am going to be sanding and letting that dry overnight before I paint this spot. I do love dry decks because it's showing me it's just slightly pink there, so I'm just going to leave that, let it dry, and then come back to it. Everyone who thinks you don't have to wipe down your walls before painting, I was just sanding up there, thought the walls were pretty clean. Look at that, all the dust caught in all these like tiny little cobwebs. Couldn't even tell. So yeah, wipe your walls with a damp cloth before you paint. Prep work is one of the biggest parts of painting. Also, taping off your surfaces that you don't want to get paint on if you are not a more professional painter. I've painted lots of rooms. I've painted my entire house. And so I don't tape anymore. I use zebra brushes, and I love them because they have really great edges that are good for going along the surface and not getting it over. Now, if you go over with a roller and you get it on something, you need to wipe it off right away because wall paint does not come off as easy. To get behind the toilet without actually taking it off, I used a very small roller. It's like a cabinet roller, and it was able to fit behind there. So just know that you have options. You don't have to take your entire plumbing thing apart. Just a little tip for wall painting, I edge first and then I go right over it with a roller. So I work in sections. I don't edge the entire bathroom and then start rolling. I edge and then I go over it. It's just a little bit easier and it looks nicer, and it helps your paint blend well and look more uniform. Oh, jeez. Just making a mess. Always plug the drain hole so you don't lose your screws. Alright, tip number 2. Get there. Use a stomach muscle. I have the coolest camera setup today. All right. So here's bad luck. Remove this. Good. Okay, well, we need to get the...
It'll be a little... Go flip it back on. The power outlet works?
I guess so.
You can slide it over a little bit.
To the left, yeah. Oh my gosh. I got my finger.
Sorry, babe.
That's okay. It's like immediate cut off circulation. Oh.
Are you recording it?
Yep. Hold on.
Is it good?
Yeah.
You gonna take this thing off?
Amazing. Press the power button. Isn't that so cool? And then change the lights in the middle. That's defrost, so turn that back off. So should you shower in here and it gets foggy, that's an anti-fog. Oh, blue, blue. Isn't that cool? We love it! Alright, next part of this project is the cabinets. We're going to be painting this vanity, so I'm going to be removing all the hardware. If you have to strip your vanity from paint, you can watch any of my other videos to figure out how to do that. These were just the ones that came builder grade with the home. I'm cleaning them off with a cabinet and furniture cleaner and then scrubbing them and taking off all the hardware. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. You want to label these and make sure that they stick with every door. I'm labeling blah blah blah. I'm writing inside the door frame which door that they went on, and also putting the hardware upper and lower in the container that it should go in so that I can keep it separate so that I know which one it goes on. And it helps you from keeping your doors from flipping them upside down. So if you put the bottom on the top, it could just change how the door closes. So you really want to keep the same hardware on the same frame and keep the doors upright. This same hack can be applied for repainting your entire kitchen cabinets. All you need to do is keep good labels. So you can label them door 1, door 2, door 3. Make sure you do the same label inside the door frame right there as you do on the container that you're putting those pieces in. Now, what you might not know is this is probably true for your kitchen cabinets as well as your bathroom vanity, but you can actually take off the faceplate. Behind where you get the knobs off, outside of that, there's 2 more screws. Right, make sure you have the right bit. I thought it was stripped. It's not stripped. I literally just had the wrong bit. Change it out, put it back in, twist it back, and it is a square head. We're gonna have to get new screws. Once you get that out, this just comes off. How cool is that? So now we can just take it and spray it or roll it. But now the whole thing's gonna be painted and we don't have to like worry about taping this off. This just goes back in. Woo! Now it's time to sand your cabinet. So I'm using a surf prep. If you don't have one of these, they're so worth it if you're going to be doing lots of DIYs. Now they are on the more expensive side, but I do have a 10% off coupon if you want to get one of these. They suck up all the dust as you go. So when you're working with drywall inside, sanding, spackling, doing any sort of projects like this, it's not going to create a huge mess. And so those holes is where it sucks up all the dust. It comes with all these foam sanding pads, so I can go around corners like this and it's not going to kill the edge at all, and it's going to go around each corner and curve. You can hand sand, but it's not going to be deep enough for what you get. Even after I did this first sanding, it wasn't deep as I wanted to go, and so I actually put a 180 over the top of this and I sanded again and got a little bit deeper right there. And the reason for sanding is you really want to rough up the surface of the wood. This was a really glossy type of finish on this, and so even after cleaning off the wood, I need to rough it up so that my primer is going to bond and really adhere to this so that the paint is not going to get scratched off. I sanded all the faceplates and the doors inside because it was super hot. It's still summer in Charlotte, and so I'm sanding inside, but if you have a messy sander or one that's going to produce a lot of dust, make sure that you do this outside and also wear a mask. I've got another helpful hack for you. So these are actually wipes. They're called wipe outs. You can get them on Amazon. It's linked in my description, but they are going to clean and just have a little bit of chemical in them to really get off everything from the surface. You can also use a tack cloth. For painting your cabinets, I would highly recommend using a bonding primer. Ben Zinsser is my favorite. Obviously, I'm wearing gloves, I have the surface prepped, and I'm using a fine cabinet roller on it. I should probably have something on the floor. I definitely had to wipe it up very quick, but denatured alcohol is the only thing that gets this off. And so it is not water soluble, but it is the best primer that you can ever use if you're doing a cabinet project. It dries very quickly, so I go through with the edges that my roller cannot reach, and then I go right over it with my roller. I did 2 coats of this. By the time I got finished on the one end, I went back through. It had dried at the beginning, and so then I just started right over, and then I throw these brushes away. I don't even try and save them. In the garage, I had a little makeshift setup where I was going to be spraying. Now, I do use a HomeRite sprayer that always has shellac in it. It is my shellac gun. Yes, I do need to clean it out from time to time and run denatured alcohol through it, but I don't have to take the entire gun apart. It's so great. I just keep filling it up, and I use it whenever I'm working on a project, and then I just store it and leave the material inside because shellac is just super hard to clean, and it lasts. So as long as I keep it shook up and use it every once in a while, it stays great. You're not supposed to spray shellac. It does have a flame. It has some sort of flammability in it. I've never had an issue, and I always have my fire blanket ready and my extinguisher ready, but I love spraying shellac because it just goes on so smooth, and it's so nice, and it's so easy. This HomeRite sprayer is really, really affordable, so if you need a sprayer, grab this one. I have let the primer dry overnight, and it's feeling super good, but in a few spots, I probably brushed on too much, so I just want to level that out a little bit. So we are gonna go through, I hope your cabinet looks just as clean as mine under there. I'm gonna go through with my foam sander. If you don't have a surf prep, you can get one like 15% off with my code in the description, but you can also just buy these foam blocks and attach it to your regular sander. We're gonna go through and sand this down with a very fine pad to knock some of this off before we wipe, clean, and then paint. If you want it to look more professional, sand down your primer. Look how smooth that is. That gives me a perfectly smooth surface to paint on. And the lacquer I have is self-leveling. And so it is so smooth over here, and I'm just using a very fine sanding pad by Surf Prep. Surf Prep's great to use inside because it sucks up all the dust into my shop vac as I'm going. And I don't have to work out in 90-degree heat. This paint I had left over from a previous project probably a year ago, and it's still in great shape. It's a Renner water-based lacquer. You can get Renner water-based lacquer at any place that carries it, and you can get it made into any color that you want. So I told them I love the Serena and Lily blue, and so I brought in a sample of it and also just showed them some pictures, we were able to get this close enough. They called it a periwinkle color. And so just so you know, if you take that code from this video and write it down for them, they're able to make you a very similar to same color. Now each paint goes on just a little bit different. I did not love the roller with this water-based lacquer. This paint dries super quick and it was just giving this a super rough, lots of bubbles finish with the roller. And so I decided after getting this on that I was going to need to brush the entire thing by hand. And even after that, I didn't love how it looked. As much as it's self-leveling, I didn't love hand painting this whole thing. I really wanted it to be a professional job. And so I went back through with my sprayer and did a second coat over it after the first layer was done. I was trying to avoid spraying inside my house, but I just used some stuff to block it off. I have the Wagner Flexio 5000 and it doesn't have a lot of overspray, so I really didn't have to block off the entire bathroom, just a good like 8 inches out.
Okay, y'all get to join me at the sink. I did not like how the cabinets were painting, so I think I'm gonna tape it up and just do a spray, and I'm definitely gonna spray the drawers. So I got this really easy Wagner gun. These are my Detail Fine Finisher guns. They look like this. They're about $40. They go with the Wagner system. So I've got the Flexio 5000, and then I just buy a bunch of these so that I can use them in different colors or different finishes and whatnot. I get these micron strainers. They're so good. They're all linked in my the shopping cart on this, and I just pour it right in. So I'm going to paint the cabinet faces out in the garage, and then I'm going to go up, tape it off, and then paint the face. This is 1 hour lacquer, so it really dries so fast. And I'm so glad I strained this because I can see like lumps coming out. Whenever you're spraying with a sprayer, you really want to strain anything that you put through this, because as soon as that enters your gun and gets stuck, it just gets ugly. If your sprayer gets ugly, your painting gets ugly. Just make sure that you strain. This is what the gun looks like. This twist. Horizontal, vertical, super easy to pop out and clean. Make sure this is clear, and we're ready to go. Going to be covered up, so I don't care if I get paint on it or not, but because now I'm going to spray, it is smart to tape off the inside of these so that your paint does not go inside your drawer. There we go. Just wedge it on in the corner. For the bottom, yeah, I know this is all open, but I'm going to hold something behind it, or go get another piece of styrofoam and it should be fine. So. Welcome to Jimmy Rigging Paint Tape. Oh my gosh, the boys installed the handles. I think they matched the mirror so perfect.
Now the next thing is this.
Alright, so this came with its own little tool. There it goes. Okay, I do need 2 hands to do this. So this is going to be mounted. It's all about here. Came with the screws, plate, super easy. So gross. This is the brushed nickel faucet that we just got from Amazon. This is the drain stop. Make sure if you don't buy it with the drain stop, you actually get one of these, but I just bought the kit together. This is the package that it came in. It was really well put together in here. Good directions. Here's the plate. So for the value of this, like, amazing. This is really solid and heavy, so I'm excited to install. First you gotta remove the old nasty one. Oh my gosh. You guys, I don't even know what that is. Ugh.
It's you put like a layer of sealant.
Just gonna be ground into the ground.
Super complicated.
Here's the back of this one. This is what the back of this one looks like. So you just got your black and white and your black and white. Comes with these 4 tiny little screws that are gonna go in there and there. There and there. White goes with white, black goes with black. So,
We handmade the 2 screws.
yep.
And then that screwdriver. Not the drill. Whoopsie.
Oh, got it.
Just hold that one for a second.
Yeah, no problem. So he's doing the top screws first, and then we can do these bottom ones down here. After this light was installed, which I was so thrilled with it, I ordered an over-the-toilet cabinet. You're going to love it. I went to Marshall's, grabbed a few things to decorate the shelves, had the kids help put it together. I told them it was just like a giant Lego set. They could figure it out. They did so great. I had to help a little bit. Sit over here while my worker bee crushes these. Are you guys ready for the reveal? So remember, this is what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now that it's complete. Outside of the $500 mirror that we got, we spent a total of around $450 on this entire remodel. We didn't have to do anything major like the floors or the shower, so that saved a lot of money. But can you see just how cosmetically little things change the entire look of this? So I'm so thrilled with it. Drop me a comment below to tell me what you think. And as always, you guys know the drill. If you share this video, if you comment, if you like, the more you interact with it, the more you help my channel grow and helps me continue to put out free content to continue inspiring people and teaching them all about DIYs, home renovations, Amazon products, all the things. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you next week.